Hello, today I will be making hot pepper jelly from peppers that I grew. I just picked these 2 seconds ago. They're habaneros. And I got these green peppers yesterday from the farmer's market. It also calls for cider vinegar, the classic pectin, butter or margarine, just a little pat of it, half a teaspoon to stop the foam on the top, and sugar. So I'm gonna drop my lids in this pan, cut up and measure my ingredients, and I'll be back shortly. Okay, great. So I got all of my ingredients measured out and chopped up or did what I needed to do to them. So my jam and jelly maker is ready and it is plugged in. And first it said to sprinkle the pectin over the bottom of it evenly, or as evenly as possible. So I am putting in, how much pectin was that? That was, I think it was 3 tablespoons pectin, and I went ahead and put that in there evenly. And then it tells me to add the peppers, and after that the vinegar, and then the pat of butter. So I'm gonna go ahead and let's see if we got this set up right. This was the hot peppers. So that is in, and these were the green peppers. And I went ahead and put a little bit of vinegar while I was chopping them up to make some of the pieces go a little quicker. And then after that, the rest of the vinegar. And then the pat of butter. Okay, so I do have all the ingredients ready. The machine is plugged in. I am going to turn it on and get it started. Well, it is on actually. So I'm gonna hit the jelly button because I'm making jelly today. And it defaults to 25 minutes, and I need to subtract to make it say 21 minutes. And then I hit enter. And it is starting to move around. It did say to stay close because in 4 minutes it's going to beep and I'm going to have to add the sugar. So I'm going to pause it for a little bit and come back and add the sugar. So I went ahead and heard the beep at the 17-minute mark here. So that tells me that 4 minutes have passed, and it says to go ahead and put in the sugar gradually as the beater's moving around. Ball did provide a low sugar recipe as well for this pepper jelly. I opted against it for this first time to see how it tastes. So at this point, I put the lid on and we wait the 17 minutes until it finishes it, and then we go ahead and bottom up and start the canning process. So I will talk to you in a few minutes. So we have less than 1 minute left, and there we go. We just finished up We can take a look and see if it's going to need, oh, that looks delicious, any foam taken off the top, but it does not look like I'm going to have that problem at all. I'm just going to put the lid back on for 1 second and hit cancel here so it says cool off. I already have my jars preheated in the Fresh Tech canning machine, so I'm going to go ahead and one by one fill these up and go from there. I'll get back with you in a second. I forgot to mention here, I need to take this paddle off. I left my dish towels somewhere else, but it needs to be removed, and be careful not to drip any of the jelly into the hole. So I'm able to do that, and I can start canning now. All right, so I do have my lid ready, my jar, and we're just gonna go ahead and get started. Be careful that you don't use anything metal inside of the machine, because once there's a scratch, it will make it no longer a no stick device. So I can't seem to find a bigger ladle that's plastic, but this one will have to do. So I am just filling it up. The whole kitchen smells really spicy. I'm supposed to fill this up to 3/4 of an inch headspace. Let me take this off and see how I am doing. I can put a little more in. So I just need to put a little more in and then clear out the air bubbles on the side and wipe off the rim. And one little bit of advice I learned was the 3/4 inch is the first ring mark. So I'm going to go in and use this fancy tool to let the air pockets out. I'm not sure there was any air pockets to begin with, but just to be on the safe side, I'm doing that. So I think we're good to go. I'm just going to wipe off the lid and attach it and then fill the next jar up. Let's see if there's any. Ah, the jar is very, very hot. Okay, so I have the top of the jar lid is clean, and I'm gonna use this tool and attach the top. And put the rim on. They say that it doesn't have to be too tight, just finger tight. So that is very hot, so I'm gonna use my tool and put this back in the Fresh Tech machine and get a new jar to bottle. I have all my jars in the machine. I do have to say that I cheated and tasted some of the jelly, and it is delicious. So I'm gonna let this finish up and clean up the mess and show you the end product when it's done in 25 minutes. So yum. Well, there is still 8 minutes left on the canning process. I'm still cleaning things up a little bit, but I wanted to show you what I picked up today. It is a whole lot of peaches. The peach truck was in town and I bought 2 boxes, so I'm going to make some yummy things. So check back in a second. Just thought maybe you would like to see what two I don't know what they call them, boxes, crates, the peaches look like, but this is what it does. So I need to let them sit on the table for 3 to 4 days until they ripe all the way, but I'm excited. And this is actually the results of my first canning. This was blueberry jam that I made last week. I opened one of the jars and we're eating it, and it's delicious. So, yay. I just got the finished beep, and I unlocked it and lifted it up, and we are all set. So I'm gonna grab my jar holders and lift these guys out of here. They say to let the jars sit for 12 to 24 hours. So we'll just let these sit. And I did get 4 full jars out of this recipe, which is exciting. I did lick the bowl, the silverware, everything else basically, and it is delicious. So there you have it. And I will be seeing you soon, probably making peach jam next week. Bye-bye.